video starting. Got to see out where we can see comments and stuff too. Are we live? If anyone's watching, say hi, because we are live on our laptop and I am not used to this, so I don't know.
Hi guys.
If we're even doing this right. Okay.
Oh, I'm singing.
I see that too. So, okay, say hi when you hop on, because we don't know if we have this set up right. We're going live from our laptop.
Hey!
Hey! Okay, I'm going to go ahead and push live on my phone too. Here we go. Oh my gosh, here we are. Hello, hello. Hey everyone. Well, I guess I should let you take over since this is your...
Well, we'll give it here a few minutes.
Okay, so here's the deal. So I am actually streaming live on my phone to my personal page, but also we're streaming live from our laptop, and that is streaming to Chris's Passion for the Wild and Wonderful Facebook group. So if you're not already a part of that, you might go check that out. It's called Passion for the Wild and Wonderful. It's his Facebook group where he's constantly doing like videos about hunting related things and outdoors and things like that. So anyways, I don't know if you guys remember, but a while back I did a video asking him, hi Marty, hi Jody, hi Betty. I did a video asking him like makeup questions, and you guys helped me with some of the questions.
And Facebook.
Oh, it was Facebook.
It was Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, the normal Facebook lingo.
Yes, because he didn't know like what
stuff.
A lot of like Facebook stuff was. He still asks
acronyms
me like he doesn't.
And things too.
Yeah. So he thought it would be funny if we got together on a video and he would ask me hunting related things. So here's the thing.
Hey, Travis.
Okay, so we've been together for 16
roughly
years,
16 years,
and we've been married for 14 and a half years. And I feel like I am not really an outdoors person. Like, I like eyelashes and makeup. But I think I've picked up enough over the years to be able to answer these questions. But I just want to say right off the bat that I asked him earlier if these were normal questions, that if you like were a hunter, you would know the answers to these questions, and he has already told me some.
Well, some of them you have to recognize are opinionated. So some people might say one thing and other people might say another.
Oh, so I can't get those wrong.
Some might have focus on certain things, some might not.
Okay, so on
others,
those questions, what you're saying is there's not a wrong answer for those, because it's opinion.
Yeah.
So you can just go, and here's another thing. No, I just want to see this part. He's literally going to be keeping score of which ones I get right and wrong here.
I thought people would want to know, or at least you, of how you did at the end of the exam. So I thought, that's right, Travis. I thought, you know what, we'll keep track of it and do our best. Hey, Melanie, and we'll go from there. So we'll give it just a few more minutes, not quite 8 o'clock.
Okay, so guys, drop a 1 if you're watching us live tonight. Hi Amy, hi Ashley. If you're watching the replay on this, drop us a 2 so that we know that you stopped by. If you have never seen one of our videos before, put #new so that we can give you a warm welcome. And like I said, this is mainly for his page, Passion for the Wild and Wonderful. He also has a YouTube channel where he's constantly putting new content and updating, so please go check that out and support him on that. He puts a lot of time and effort in there to show his knowledge that he's gained over the years and just share his passion. So I'm sure he would absolutely love it if you guys went and supported him on that. So are you guys ready for this? First of all, put in the comments, please. Put in the comments if you are Team Heather or Team Chris.
Yeah, we had this before.
Okay, because we need to know what's up before.
When did we do that? Was that during the makeup thing? That was when I was doing your makeup. And remember one night you did...
with the paint roller.
yeah, and the putty knife. Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, we did live videos together for
Kelly.
a little while, and then we, I was wondering if you were going to sleep in the
No. No.
So
I'll
anyway,
let her stay in the house.
We had, because you were on my on my videos, and you kept saying, "Oh, all these people are just on here to see me.
Yes,
they don't
that's
even
right.
like this."
Hey, Ashley, that's
they're just
enough
my
of that.
big fans. Team Heather. Okay,
That's
okay,
right, Travis.
Okay. Woo, woo. Okay.
All right.
All right. So
What else
I
we
don't
got?
know how many questions he's got, but I mean, he's literally got a whole list.
So one of the things I wanted to say is I'd like for this to be interactive. So if you have questions, now some of you I've already worked with on developing and capturing some questions, but if you have some of your own, feel free to post them. And as we're scrolling down through, if we want to go ahead and ask them real quick, we will.
You know what I just thought of? As we're asking the questions, I bet people will be answering in the comments.
That's great. Yeah. If you guys want to participate, now look, let her have a shot at answering.
Okay, here's the thing. How about when you ask me the question, I will have to not look at the screen.
Okay,
I'll have to think about it and answer before I look at comments, because I know that my girls are going to be trying to help me out, because that's what we do.
Okay.
Sisters before misters.
Nursing questions.
Can you ask it? I know, right, Amy?
You'd be surprised. You might be surprised.
Right.
Hey, I'll tell you. Hey, the truth is there was one time that she had me teach her how to do some of her
it was math.
Nursing calculations, and when she got it right in class, she was one of the only ones that got it right. Right? I taught you one of the engineering methods. She had to go up and teach the rest of the class of how to do it. And if you remember when you did those problems...
I literally don't remember that.
Yes, you do.
I don't
Remember you said that the teacher asked what's the answer, and you answered it, and she goes, would you come up and show the class? And
I
you
remember
said,
this one time.
I didn't do it your way. I did it a way my husband showed me how to do it.
I remember that one time I worked at a college, and there would always be these problems on the blackboard.
And go down the hallway
and
when
no
you're
one
cleaning.
could figure it out, but
Right.
I was cleaning, so I would just go and figure it out.
Right. Yeah. Is this the story of Goodwill Hunting? No,
Okay.
but anyways, seriously. And then one time
Amy was in my class. She's like, I don't remember that.
That is a true story. And if you remember as well, what was I going to say? Oh, you gave me a math problem that you were like, here, solve this. And it was like, how many cc's, at what rate would this drip be? And I said, you don't have enough data to do it. And you're like, yes, you do. And I said, no, you do not have enough data to do it. And you're like, you're right. The teacher came back the next day and said, hey, I left this out.
It was a trick question. I was literally trying to get him to answer a question that you didn't have enough information to solve. And he was like, you don't have enough information. I was like,
hey. Unit cancellation, baby.
Okay, let's get into this.
All right. All right. Now look, here's what we're going to do. So we're going to start this out slow, and then we'll build up, okay? All right.
Okay.
So we're going to start first easy. Number one, what is a rub?
A rub. I actually do know this.
What's a rub?
A rub.
Don't look at the screen.
Okay. A rub is, I literally know this. I'm just going to say it. A rub is when a buck goes up to a tree and rubs his antlers on the tree trunk, and it winds up scraping off some of the bark. And I think that is to...
We'll get to that one.
Okay.
That is correct. So one for Team Heather. Okay. What is a... Yes, Ashley, you are right. What is a scrape?
Okay. A scrape is when the deer takes its hoof and scrapes on the ground and moves the leaves out of the way and the sticks and dirt or whatever. And I think a lot of times they pee in it too. I think it's to attract does.
I'll give you that. Good job. That's another one. That's another one for Heather. All right. I don't think anyone tried to answer. No answers on that one. Okay, so those two are done. All right, so we'll do another one that's pretty, I think, straightforward. What is a spike?
A spike is a baby buck whose antlers are only just one prong. They haven't split yet.
Correct. Yes. Now I'm going to ask you, there's another one I'll give you. So I'll ask you a spin-off of that one.
Okay.
So, you've maybe never heard of it, but is it once a spike, always a spike?
No.
Correct. that has been something in years past that people struggle with and recognize that, yes, it is not once a spike, always a spike. All right, so, okay. Do deer have horns or antlers?
I feel like this is a trick question.
It is not a trick question. Do
Okay.
deer have horns or antlers?
Well, I guess if I had to pick, I would say antlers because that's what everyone says.
Do they?
Yes.
They don't say, look at the horns on this
No,
deer?
they say antlers.
Okay.
Horns are totally different.
They are.
I know.
So, antlers or horns?
Antlers?
Yeah, antlers or horns?
I said antlers.
No, I haven't been feeding her. No, I've kept the questions separate.
Have you been feeding her? John, you have no faith.
Antlers are correct.
Okay.
So, antlers are shed. Horns generally are not.
Oh, okay.
And horns are made
Okay.
up of like your fingernails.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. Check for Heather again on the correct. They will get harder as we go. Hey, Marley. What is a button buck?
A button buck is I think it's like a spike, only they're not as tall. They're just a tiny little nub on top of their head.
Okay. Has it broken through the skin?
I feel like that was not part of the question. You asked me.
Okay, so you're saying a button buck is a...
It has a nub on top of its head to where you can tell it's going to be a buck, but it's not a spike.
Very good. Don't worry, men. It will get more difficult.
Can I take a magic marker at the end of this and write owned on your
Apparently
forehead?
Brian's talking about the rack.
You're getting owned, boy.
Okay, all right. Like I said, I'm looking through here. Okay, so a deer's best defense is eyes, ears, or nose.
Nose.
Correct.
You guys, I hope you said Team Heather.
Very nice. All right, we're still letting her get warmed up here.
Right.
All right, what determines the size of a deer?
I mean, isn't there a lot of factors in that?
So, is it the number of points that determines the size of a deer?
Oh, you mean like the rack
Yeah,
when you're measuring it?
whatever. If someone sits here and
What
says...
are the options? Like, give me 4
So
options.
if they say I kill an 8-point, harvested, I'll say. I harvested an 8-point or I harvested a 12-point. Does that mean that that 12-point is bigger than that 8-point?
You mean the body?
The rack.
No, not necessarily.
Why not?
Because you have to measure around the antlers in a certain way to get the whole score. It's not just about points. It could be like if one antler is like really, really long, but it has less points, it could still be a bigger deer, right?
Correct. So, yes, a lot of people like to sit there and say,
Hold on. Are you impressed?
You're doing well. You're doing well. So, some people, I don't know what Ashley said no to. Oh, she probably said no, does the number of points determine the size of a buck? So, yes, that is correct. So, you know, with measuring a deer, you've got inside spread, you've got length of each main beam.
Okay, this is not a learning video.
Well,
right?
I'm
This
just
is
saying.
an
So
interview.
I'm just helping the listeners of if someone says, hey, I killed an 8-point or I
Okay.
killed a 13-point, you could have a little basket 13 points
Yes.
that scores nothing because of mass, spread,
You could
main
tell he
beam
is
length,
impressed.
all these things.
Okay, next question.
Yeah, I think, John, you're right. I think she's done a crash
Someone has
course.
been- No, I
in the past day or
haven't, John.
two.
I'm just that smart.
Yeah, so...
I promise I have not
Um,
researched.
Anyway, so yes, that goes into determining the actual size or score of a deer. All right. Where did I put that? Oh, right there. Okay. And I think I marked that. All right. What stimulates antler growth and hardening of the antlers?
What stimulates antler growth and hardening of the antlers? Eating.
Okay.
I mean, your questions are not very good questions. I mean, they're not like what do you like? That's like me asking you what stimulates fingernail growth.
Maybe, maybe not.
Minerals?
This is different. No. Photoperiod.
Eatings.
Photoperiod.
I don't know what that is.
The amount of daylight in a given day is what stimulates it. It causes them to change their testosterone levels, that then causes them to generate.
That is a
the
BS
growth
question.
Of their horns, and it also
That
is what stimulates the testosterone level, is then what changes it to cause the velvet
I just
to
don't
dry
think
up
that's a
and come
fair
off.
question.
That
Chris,
is a wrong one.
Chris, just shoot it, eat it, and call it a day.
Don't worry.
Okay, I don't feel like that was a fair question.
We'll get to that, Ashley. All right, so that is what stimulates it.
I bet hunters don't even know that.
I would say most do.
See, like Lindsay is like, that only one factor. Wow.
Seriously,
exactly.
one factor? No, I've been giving easy ones. What are the glands called on the hind legs? There's two different glands, I'll say.
The post.
What are the glands called on the hind legs?
The post-rectal endocrine.
It's the sphincter gland.
Is it really?
No. So you've got the tarsal gland.
How am I supposed to know? See, I know.
And the metatarsal.
This is not a fair question, okay? About anatomy of a deer. That's not a hunting question. That's an anatomy question. That has nothing to do with hunting.
All right. I'll bounce it back again. I'll throttle it back. What sounds do a buck, or does a buck, make? That would be one if it's a semi. That's a dying one. Especially when you lay your head that way. So what's it called?
It's called meh. Meh. Meh.
Didn't we watch something that was a joke about
yes,
that?
it was meh. Meh.
Meh.
That's what they say, right?
Well, some say that. Meh.
Meh.
What's it called?
Meh.
That would be wrong.
Grunt.
There you go. I'll give you a grunt. What else did they make?
Snort.
That is correct. Yes.
Thank you, Meg.
Got any?
I could have got that,
And
but yes, I happened to see it.
That is wrong. That is a crock.
Hey, that cancels out your
All right.
BS question.
So you said grunt and snort.
Yes.
What else would they maybe make? There's something that would sometimes follow a snort. You won't get this one.
With their mouth?
Yes.
Oh. I don't know that one.
Mouth, probably, maybe a combination of nose, but mouth.
What?
Snort, wheeze.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Snort, wheeze.
But
I'll give you a partial. I'll give you a partial. Okay? That was pretty impressive. That was good. All right. So, do bucks stay in groups like doe families?
No.
Okay.
Well, wait a minute. I think it depends
On what?
the age. And no, that's not right.
I don't know. You tell
No,
me.
that's not right.
Okay.
They do not,
Okay.
especially in the rut, because they are all after the same thing. That cake.
Water. Yeah. Bad judge of character. So they don't stay in groups.
Hold on.
No, you answered it.
No, hold on.
No, you did. You said.
See, no, you're not. Okay, there are groups of bachelor bucks.
That is right. Yes. Bachelor groups. And you answered the follow-up of, are they always together? So you're right. They break up in the rut.
Yes.
And they are individual at that time. Very good. What are some ways that you can call or attract deer? Male deer. Bucks.
Pee.
Okay. Sure.
Doe pee.
Yes.
Estrus.
What's estrus?
It's like this hormone from a doe
Very
that
good.
lets them know that
Estrus?
it's a hot doe.
That's right.
Like I'm a hot doe, right?
So moving on, there are some does that we called older.
Hot doe, a cougar doe. I never saw a cougar doe before. But...
All right. What else can you do?
What do you mean?
To attract one.
You can simulate a fight.
Okay, what's that called?
Rattling.
Nicely done. Hey, Ashley, did you read hers?
No, what?
Rattle horns, rattle antlers.
Nope, that just came up.
Yep,
1 minute.
Daggett right. You could snort wheeze. You could grunt. You could do a doe bleat.
Okay, anyways.
All right, that was very good. Okay. How can you judge a deer's age?
Oh, I don't know about this one.
Simple. Ask him.
Yeah. Hold on. I think I know this. By the size of his antlers.
I wasn't sure where you were going to go at first. So you say the size of his antlers.
I think that's one way.
Okay.
Because I think, they would get bigger every year.
Okay.
The age. I don't know. Maybe he would have more battle wounds if he's older.
So Ashley wants you to open his mouth.
Teeth.
And check his teeth.
Can I see your teeth?
That's post-mortem.
Excuse me, sir.
And that depends on diet.
So what is the answer?
So there's a combination of, a lot of times horns only are a little bit of a key, but it doesn't necessarily tell you the whole story because really what you're looking at is probably mass.
What about like the hoofs
on
in the
antlers.
back?
So the hooves, as someone commented, generally the feet get bigger to a point, I would say, just like anyone else, I would say. The other kinds of triggers that you can look at is the gut size, the sway in their back.
The guts will be bigger if they're older.
They'll have a
It's kind of like real.
beer belly.
It's just kind of like men.
It's a beer belly. The other thing is looking at the neck. So a lot of the younger bucks have
tighter necks.
A tighter neck.
Uh-huh.
And then as they mature, you'll see the neck actually.
Saggy.
Well, not saggy as much as it drops down more into the chest. And you'll see the neck goes into the chest more, the bottom of the chest.
Okay. Next question.
So those are a combination of some of the ways of seeing how a buck's older. So I'll give you a credit on that one.
What, Chris? I have a name. You said somebody said. It wasn't just somebody. It was Tracy.
Said what?
About the back or something.
All right, color. What was the color?
Someone said that color could give it away.
I don't know so much about color. I mean, some of the color changes. I mean, they're probably wanting to say that an older deer turns more gray, but I don't know that that's really necessarily the case that I've heard of that one. Maybe it is. Me personally, I haven't necessarily heard that. I will say that you do get. Oh, I bet I know what they're talking about. They're talking probably more about gray in the face.
Okay.
So sometimes an older buck will get a little bit more gray in the face, and also too they just get a lot bigger head. You look at some of my skulls, you can definitely tell a 4-year-old or a 3-year-old from a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
Okay. What are antlers made up of primarily?
I always get this confused. I think it's either bone or hair.
I could see how you get that confused.
Well, I know there's one animal, I think it's a rhino.
So now it's a rhino?
No, I'm just saying there's an animal, I think it's a rhino, that I think it's a rhino, there might be something different, but its whole entire horn is just a bunch of hairs.
Well, a rhino's horn is ivory.
Oh.
Just like an elephant tusk.
Well, what's the animal that has a horn?
Antelope.
It's all made of hair?
Hair.
Okay.
Like a hardened hair.
Okay, it's made out of bone. Wait.
Be more specific.
It's made out of mineral deposits.
What kind of minerals?
I'm not a scientist.
I'm just asking.
Calcium.
That is part of it, yes.
Iron.
It is not metal.
Oh, well, calcium.
And it's iron.
Iron. Calcium and...
Yes, I don't know if someone just helped you.
No, I haven't looked at the comments.
Okay.
Calcium and phosphorus.
Phosphorus is one of the minerals that's normally provided, but no. The
Okay.
primary makeup would be calcium, and what do we normally consume to build muscles and strength?
Protein.
Protein. Yep. So when they're in velvet,
I get that point,
larger
though.
part of it's
I
protein,
get that point.
and then when it hardens, it
I
turns
get that
higher
point.
percentage is calcium.
Right? I mean,
I'll
I
give
said
it to
it
you.
was
Yes,
mineral
yes.
and
I
said
agree.
calcium.
I agree. Yeah. Okay. What is the best indicator that the rut is on? Bow chicka wow wow.
Girls Gone Wild.
So, you tell me.
Well, the best indicator from a person's point of view?
How is it that an individual such as a hunter, are they really good dogs? I'm not following that one. How do you know that the rut is on?
Well, you will not see bachelor groups anymore.
That would tell you that the rut is starting, I would say. They start breaking up, dispersing.
You will see bucks chasing does a lot.
Very good.
And it's kind of like men. They gotta lose their minds.
I don't know what you're talking about.
They don't even eat or sleep, or it's all about the booties.
That is spot on. Very good. Yeah, they will lose a very, very high percentage of their body weight.
I know.
During rut. Yep. When does a buck reach full maturity or its full potential?
Right before it gets shot.
That's when it reached its maximum potential, apparently. Yeah. That's the best it was ever going to get. Yeah.
I mean, I thought I was obvious.
So I forget what someone said here. Are they really good dogs? And then someone said for dogs. I don't know.
Are they really good for dogs? Oh, the antlers. Giving the antlers to dogs.
Yeah, I think some people will let them chew on them. And I know Marley chewed on one set of mine and he'll never do it again. But, and he chewed on that skull and he'll again never do that again.
Anyway.
But, yeah, a lot of people will use them as chew toys.
Yeah.
And then, of course, use them to help find, called shed dogs, to help find antlers. Where were we?
I don't know. You tell me.
Where did we? Oh, okay, the dog thing. And then Jeff says he missed the first part, which I'm not sure. So, Jeff, if you missed the first part, maybe you mean the whole prowess of what this is. This is Q&A of a non-hunter, Heather.
Yeah, he's asking me questions, and I'm actually...
What has she learned?
I'm, like, owning it.
Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. What was the sign that the rut was on? You nailed that one. Okay. What, and this here, you know, what is the best days of the fall season to hunt?
What are the best days of the fall season?
If a hunter had to sit there and say, I only have, well, welcome to the show, Jeff. If I only have X number of days to hunt, what would be the best days to maybe select?
The rut.
The rut is a long span. So that's where a lot of people fail to realize. They say the rut, but the rut is made up of a long period.
When it very first starts.
So what are you saying that is? When is that then?
What do you mean?
When you say when it very first starts. When what very first starts?
The rut.
Okay, so you're saying just as soon as they start breaking up from their bachelor group?
Pre-rut.
Pre-rut would probably be right.
Are you so impressed by me? You did not think that I had beauty and brains, did you?
What is pre-rut?
It's right before rut.
Why is that such a good time?
Because they get dumb.
That is true. Yes, they get dumber.
Yeah.
But what really starts happening? And again, this is really up for interpretation. This is one I was telling you about that some people will view one way or the other.
What starts happening?
Why is it that you say pre-rut is the best time to hunt? If you had to choose when you were going to be in the woods,
well,
that you say pre-rut.
Well, I think, this is my opinion, like you said, is that there probably hasn't been a ton of activity in the woods yet to like spook them off and whatever.
Okay.
And well, I don't know. Probably just hasn't been a lot of activity. They're not really thinking. I don't know.
You want help?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so this is up for interpretation. Again, I know like you ask 10 different hunters, you might get 10 different answers in my opinion. But to me, my favorite time, and I think, Travis and I even talked about this, my favorite time is that probably last week of October. And the reason I say that is that is the time that mature bucks generally start making daylight appearances. That is when they know those
they start getting sloppy.
Yes. That is when they know those first does are getting ready to start coming into estrus.
Yeah.
And they start to seek that first one out.
Yeah.
And that brings them generally out from the nocturnal activity into the daylight activity. However, if you talk to some other hunters, they might sit there and say November 5th through November 9th or 4th through the 12th is my favorite time. I got to be in the woods. I'm successful. 80% of the time it works every time.
Jeff, I already did. You missed it.
Oh, yeah. Give it to him. And it's a meh. Meh. Not a meh.
Hold
okay.
on. If you were trying to get a buck in, so if I was a doe, do does grunt?
You tell me.
No. Yeah. No.
No? Wrong.
That was not a question on your
It doesn't matter.
No!
They make doe bleats, and it might not necessarily be a grunt. I think they would make a grunt as well, but
that
they
does
do
not
make
count.
Doe bleats.
That doesn't count against me.
And they will do the snorts.
Can we just look at this, Jeff? Look at this.
That's because we have not got.
These are right. These are rights, and these are wrongs.
We have not got into the difficult questions
let's go.
yet. Okay, so what was? So some might say the 5th through the 12th or whatever. Reason being is that's when the chase is on.
Okay, next.
Now, with it, though, it's a lot of just trying to put in the time in the woods, being in a good place, and hoping that they come through a pinch point, travel area, corridor, or whatever. Whereas that pre-rut is more of still maybe the feed to bed or bed to feed kind of patterns.
Okay.
But I choose end of October.
Okay.
All right. You never did answer it. We got to go back to it. When does a deer reach full maturity potential?
Right
and
before
no,
it
it's
gets
not right
shot.
before it's shot.
That's the truth.
Now, what age does is the deer's full potential realized if it's allowed to live?
5 years.
That's about right. Yeah. 5.5, maybe 6.5. That is when it pretty much has reached full potential. Yeah.
Respect my authority.
Well, I'm going to spin off to a question that you asked. Okay. So you tell me then, what is the average age of most deer that are harvested? As a comparison, just what we said, deer's full maturity. I think it's
That's not what I
some
asked.
studies have been. Yeah, you had asked what is the average age
How
of deer
long does a
harvest?
deer live?
Well, I'm asking you this.
And I was
On
going to
average-
say until November.
Yeah. On average, what is the normal average age of deer that are typically harvested?
3.
No.
4.
No.
2.
2.5. 1.5 to 2.5. 2.5 is generally the average age of a deer that's harvested.
Okay.
Most people never let them get to any near close maturity. Wrong. Okay.
Does the age of the deer make a difference in the quality of the meat? Is it like a fine wine? Does it become better with age?
My opinion, and I think pretty much most would go and say the same thing. It's inverse.
Yeah, I would
The
think. It's
age
like
of
a baby lamb that's so tender and like.
There you go.
know.
Yeah. So generally, an older deer, an older buck especially, is going to be more gamey. Especially if you harvest the deer early season, it's going to be better tasting than if you harvest the deer that's in the rut. It's all about the hormones that are going through it. So you want a better tasting deer, younger one, earlier in the season. At the point of harvesting a 5.5, 4.5, 6.5, you're not necessarily doing it for taste of the meat, in my opinion. I mean, some people have the gamey taste that they can handle. I make jerky out of it because I can't stand the gamey taste that much. But anyways, can deer swim?
Oh. What do you mean by swim? Yes, they can. Yes.
Okay. I'll give you that.
Because they made it to Blennerhassett Island.
They have. Yes, they have. Yep. Yep.
That's how I know.
So, what helps them to be able to swim? And don't say their hooves.
That's what I was going to say. What helps them be able to swim?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
They have hollow hair.
Oh, yeah.
Wrong.
Wait, that is not fair.
All right, so what's the best time to hunt deer? When we have a warm front come through or a cold front come through?
I'm gonna say.
I got you, Aaron.
I'm gonna say cold front.
Cold front is correct. All right, hold on. I got to catch up. I think you should have her do her best. Okay, she already did that. He gone. Corn in your case. Don't know where that one came from. I don't know if I can. No, that's not a touchscreen. Ask her how long does a buck normally hold its horns?
What do you mean hold its horns?
Antlers, Aaron. Antlers. See? Horns. How long from the time a deer, let's say from the time a deer starts growing its horns to the time it sheds the horns? What's that time frame generally?
I think they shed them every year, right?
They do, generally. Some deer that have a issue where they might have got gored or have issues with their testicles.
So isn't that the answer? A year?
Wrong. So, they start growing them in the spring.
Oh my gosh. The
Which
whole
is-
process takes a year.
No. No. They start growing them in the March-April time frame, roughly.
Okay.
Okay? And then you'll have some deer, depending on their diet, what level they're at, to where they will shed
Ashley
them.
said 6 months.
Even as early as December, some will start
6
shedding.
months?
I think that's still off. That's still off. Too short.
8 months.
So I'd have to do the math. But some of your earliest deer that are run down or have had issues or stressed, they will start shedding in December, and then the rest will start losing from there on in a trickle effect of January, February time frame.
Okay.
So that's wrong. All right, and you got that cold front one right. Okay. Okay, so this is one that Travis had asked. Which way is best to face your camera to avoid sunlight hitting the lens?
It depends on when you're hunting. If you're hunting in the morning or night.
That's not your video camera, your game camera.
Oh. Which way do you want it to face?
Yes.
Well, if it was me just using common sense, I would say I would either want it to face north or south.
I'll give you that. Yeah, I'll say correct.
So that either rise or set, it's not directly pointing at your camera.
Right. And I want to say the southerly is that the sun is lower in the sky on the southerly side, in my opinion.
Southerly is not a word.
And then you would be wanting it to face northerly. But
that's not a word.
I normally primarily just focus on that I'm not in the east
Next
and west
said toward
direction.
the ground.
Yeah, okay. All right. So this was another one that another person brought up that I thought was a really good question. What breed of goat would a deer have to breed with to have its body be solid white?
A goat?
Mm-hmm.
Is this a trick question?
No. They'll have some answers. Ashley, you know this one? What breed of goat would a deer have to breed with to have its body be solid white?
I feel like this is a trick. What breed of a goat?
Mm-hmm.
Do deers and goats breed?
Oh, absolutely.
No, they don't.
You were correct. Or at least I've never seen it.
That's weird. That's suspicious.
All right. That
was a trick. Can't believe you tried to trick me.
All right. Can you give me any tips or tricks to stay warm in the tree stand?
Are you being like for real?
Oh God, I don't know.
I don't know.
I think Aaron's saying it. Maybe a fainting goat.
Okay. Hot hands.
Very good. What else?
Breathing on your hands.
Okay. We're not cooling our nails.
That did not look good. I'm done.
How'd that go again?
Layers.
Very good. Yeah. What else?
What was the question again?
Tips or tricks to stay warm in the stand.
Switch positions.
Are we still talking about staying warm?
Stand up and sit down.
Okay, so you're talking about
Movement.
moving around a little bit. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. You know, you get cold in the stand, people move more. And that's when they get busted.
Think about your wife. That should
Okay.
get you nice.
All right. Yeah, sure. What else?
I mean, is there anything else?
Yeah, I mean,
Blankets.
it may be in a deer blind.
I don't know.
Yeah. So, what about taking a hot drink, in a thermos or a hot soup?
This is just too much.
Or
I
like
didn't
you
know
said,
this was essay questions.
You could have also heated bodysuits or heated vests.
Oh, look.
Oh, hi, Mom.
No, it must be or Mason.
Oh, yeah, following you.
Oh, great. I wonder
Aaron.
how much he's...
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so, also too, as you said, layering, I think making sure your clothing's not too tight. So I'll give you that one. Good job. So Aaron asked, and I think he maybe missed early on, but, he's saying, what's the quickest way to age a buck?
The neck and the belly.
I would say those are the two quickest as well. Yep. And I think most would sit there and agree, at least especially me, not really having that ability, but watching and listening to these different podcasts and videos, especially I like watching Don Higgins, is that, once a deer gets over 3.5, 4.5, you really can't tell whether that deer's 5.5, 6.5, 7.5, 8.5. So aging past that,
we need to get through these questions.
All right. Do you think it's better to fertilize a food plot or lime a food plot if both are needed?
Lime.
Why?
Because I think you've limed before, but not fertilized.
Oh, I've fertilized before. Twice.
I don't know why, but I'm going with lime.
Lime, I agree. Good job. Now, reason being is lime adjusts your pH, gives it better ability for your plants to absorb the minerals or nutrients.
Okay.
Okay. Can you tan a deer hide using its brain?
Using its brain?
Mm-hmm.
What does that even mean?
Can you tan a deer's hide into leather using its brain?
That seems like a very weird question, so I'm going to say yes.
That's correct. Okay. Name 2 different major camouflage or hunting clothing suppliers.
Mossy Oak.
And?
Real Tree.
Good job. All right. Oh, I like this one. That is correct. I was going to ask what your favorite podcast was. Oh, me. So I like listening to the Drury Brothers put on a podcast that I really like. I really like Don Higgins' podcast. And there's also another group, which I actually haven't listened to them for a while. I'll have to find it and give it back to you. But one of the guys that was associated with passed away in like a 4-wheeler accident. And the other guy still carries it on. But it was very informative, very, very good podcast. I'm missing his name, but I'll get it back to you, Jeff. How can you tell if a doe is in heat or close to it?
Does she swell up?
Like a tick.
Seriously?
No.
Pretend like I didn't say it.
That is wrong. Any other guesses? Does she swell up? Certain parts?
That's embarrassing.
Are we talking about certain parts?
Okay, no, we're not. I'm not her belly. I don't know.
I got you, Aaron.
Yeah, does don't poop.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
They're too ladylike for that. Aaron says, is there a difference between buck poop and doe poop? Yeah, there is no such thing.
Yeah, doe poop has no smell.
No. What was the question? Oh, how do you know
How do you know if a doe is in heat or close to coming in heat?
Does she get really lazy?
Are you in heat?
No. Well,
Must
maybe
be
she's
that.
like,
Oh wait, it
I'm
is that
thinking
time.
of, like menopause or something. Like she's like, I'm tired. I'm so tired. And is it hot in here? Is it just me?
how do you know if a doe comes by you that she is in heat
She
or is
smells.
close? You're able to smell her?
Yeah.
You probably aren't able to smell her, but yes, she will put off an odor.
I told you.
What else? How do you know? Visually, let's say.
Okay, she's not swollen, so.
No, she is not swollen.
I don't know.
So, couple things. One is a lot of times when a doe is in heat, she'll hold her tail out as she's walking.
Like up?
I was going to say more out. Maybe
She's like,
maybe up.
Like airing it out?
But it is maybe, I don't know whether it's sensitive or what it is, but the tail will a lot of times be stuck out. The other thing too is
Start walking by with my butt sticking.
you actually do.
No, I have a flat butt. There is no sticking out with that
but you
thing.
still try to twerk or whatever. And also too, you can pay attention to her hocks.
What is that?
So that is.
Oh, her hoofs?
No. Her hocks, the
I don't know what that
tarsal
is.
gland.
I don't know what that
So
is.
it is on the hind legs. It would be roughly the knee joint on the hind legs.
Okay.
So what they'll do is they'll start urinating on those hocks and rubbing them together, and they'll get darker as they get more into estrus. And then also what you can also tell is when a doe's coming in, she'll cast off.
I mean, I don't need to know these things.
Her
You're
fawns.
just testing me.
She'll cast off her fawns.
Okay.
Another good way is because a buck's chasing her.
Yeah.
All right, so wrong. She does not swell up. So Aaron asked.
Can we just edit this part out?
So Aaron asked,
I already
is there a
answered that.
difference between buck poop and okay? You said it doesn't. What did you say?
It doesn't smell.
Oh, does don't poop.
And they don't poop.
Okay. And Aaron, I know that to me again is another one where people would argue and differentiate of well, buck poop is more clumped together, or maybe it's larger size compared to pelleted doe poop or whatever.
Can
but
I just say how weird guys are? Like they're like, oh my god, gosh, look at that poo.
Well, I mean, what you got to do is pick it up and smell
Do you
it.
think
Because it does have a different odor if it's a buck. Not really. Okay.
I'm going to do another hunting video
if you
so
taste it-
making fun of you guys.
All right. Okay. Okay. So that was that one. I don't think anybody else threw up another one yet. Okay. All right. So this one here. What I'll ask you just in general. I know you know this one probably.
Let's go through the other ones faster.
What are the basic components of a tree stand setup?
Ladders and sticks.
Okay.
And the seat. The landing.
The landing.
I don't know what I don't know what the thing's called that you actually sit on at the top. I know you need sticks and ladders. Oh, the tree stand?
I don't know what that thing is that you put in a tree and you stand on it.
Okay, well, I thought the whole setup was called a tree stand.
No.
But then it was composed of sticks and ladders and blah, blah, blah.
Ladder, sticks,
Ladders,
tree stand.
sticks,
What else?
tree stands, stuff to tie it to the tree.
Okay, so straps.
Yes.
Okay, what else to maybe help make sure that you are able to get safely up and down?
Oh, your harness.
Okay, while you're up in the stand.
Yeah.
And also going up and down, but what's that?
Like a tree climber?
No, that's portable tree stand.
Oh.
What's that rope or line
A
called?
safety line.
There you go. Good job. Yes. Lifeline, safety line. All right. Oh, here's another good one. Feel it. See if it's warm. Poop. That's how fresh is it? None of it. So doe poop
Ooh,
is.
this one come from a hot doe.
Yeah.
I can tell.
Yeah, this doe is not in because it's cold. Are fawns scent free or not when they're born?
They are.
They are.
Yes.
Correct. Why do fawns have spots?
To help them blend in with their surroundings.
So what, like camouflage?
Yes.
Correct. What is a piebald deer?
A what?
Piebald.
A piebald?
Mm-hmm.
A pie. How do you spell that?
I actually think that it's Piebald, but piebald.
Is there another name for that?
I don't.
Is this
No,
some country hick name for
No,
like
no, it's
finer
legit.
frog hairs?
It's legit. It's legit. Piebald.
A
Hey,
piebald.
hey, am I wrong, guys? Piebald.
A piebald deer.
Yeah,
It's called a piebald deer.
yeah.
I feel like no one knows what this is except maybe 3 people, and one of them is your friend, Bob.
Piebald. Larry.
Larry!
Piebald deer.
Piebald deer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna take a shot at this. It only got bred halfway by a goat.
If you're going where I think you're going, yeah. Not a goat. But yeah, it's a deer that is part white.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Brown and part white.
yeah.
Good job. What is an albino deer?
An all white.
That is correct. Why do we hunt?
To show your friends who's the best.
Did you recall this? You dog. It's half bred. It's half breed. So no, the reason why we hunt,
Yeah.
to get away from the wives. Oh, and as you put it, and the kids, because if you kill one,
Then you're going to
you
be
got to spend the
forced
rest
to
of the
spend
time
with your wife and kids until next year.
Yeah. All right, so you got that one wrong. How do you know if a buck is legal to harvest?
I feel like this is another trick.
No.
There's a legal limit.
Mm-hmm.
Of what? How young or old they can be?
To declare it as a buck. As a legal antlered buck.
Okay, so what was the question again?
How do you know if a buck is legal to harvest? That it is an antlered buck. A legal antlered buck.
It has busted through the skin.
No.
It has a spike.
What about the spike?
It is longer than a certain measurement.
What measurement?
3 inches.
That's right. Yeah. It has to have at least one horn.
Erin said she should be able to relate.
That hurts. That hurts bad. No, it's not, Jeff.
Misty, she's like, you're doing a live on date night? Yeah, we're old. We was home
we
by 8
already
o'clock.
had, it was awesome. Yeah, we went to Austin.
Oh, it was so good.
Oh. All right, I think John asked this. So, what's the first thing you do after finding your deer? And I know what her answer is going to be.
BBD.
So you text all your friends. BBD.
BBD.
Which means
Big
buck down. And I think what John was looking for probably is...
What was the answer? Well, I mean, what's the question again? Because I bet
What's the first thing to do after finding your deer? See, John was asking...
After finding your deer?
Yeah. John was asking a bunch of serious questions. And I think where John was going with it is tag your deer. You're not supposed to move your deer or mess with your deer until you've legally
Well, you didn't give me a chance to answer that. What if I already knew that?
You didn't know. But I'll give you it on the BBD. What's a mock scrape?
That's a scrape that you make and try to make it look like the deer did it to trick the other deers.
That's right. All right. What's a cutty back?
It is when you kill a deer and you drag it out and you take it home, and then when you're trying to get the meat, you cut it back and you stop your freezer. That's the cutty back.
Cutty back.
It's a camera.
That's the broke back.
It's the
camera. Yep. Camera system. Yep. Aaron, what else does BBD stand for?
Oh, hold on. I can figure this out.
I have one I just made up, but...
Bad. I don't know. Something bad. What is it, Aaron?
We'll see what Aaron says. I was going to say big booty down.
Big.
All right. Let's see here.
It's not appropriate for a...
Don't say it, Heather.
Oh my gosh, I know what it is.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, sorry, Aaron. That's not...
Meg, I was like, I don't know what it is. And then I read Meg and I was like, I know what it is.
Yeah, Aaron. Yeah, oh, okay. Now Aaron's keeping it clean. Big bowl down.
That is not what I was thinking.
That. Aaron's going out west. Big bowl down. I'll go with that one instead of...
I don't know what kind of sites you've been on, Aaron.
Yeah, instead of the other one.
That is not the lingo that we're used to.
Oh, okay. Can you tell the size of a buck from a rub?
Somewhat, yes.
How?
Well, you can tell by the height on the tree.
Wow.
You are so proud of me, aren't you? You're like, oh my God,
wow.
This girl is like amazing.
No, I just didn't realize how smart I am. I mean,
oh, she's so amazing.
To teach you all these things, I just did not realize it was in me. Yeah. All right. So yes. So how high it is up on a tree? Anything else?
The position, you can tell by how far apart the horns are. Sometimes if the tree's big enough.
Yeah. Yeah, especially if like you see that trees behind the primary rub are scraped or rubbed, you can tell that they must have good tine lengths. Anything else? What can you learn from a rub? So you knew one, which was that it could be, and you know, you hear various answers where big bucks only make big rubs, and I think that's been
You might be able to tell how many points
down.
it has, how many points of contact it has rubbing on the tree, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Do I need to get Stuart on here to argue how smart you are?
No, do not get him involved. This show will go down real quick. What else can you learn from a rub?
I don't know, besides the height and width of the horns.
A deer's travel pattern or path of travel.
Oh, I thought you meant by one rub, not a pattern or a set of rubs.
Even from a rub, what you can learn
you just have
is,
one single point of contact.
Well, but what you can tell is which direction.
This is way too complicated.
Way
You're
they were
tricking
facing.
me.
No.
This is a BS question.
No, if you know a deer is bedding over in a certain area or feeding in a certain area, you are able to generally tell which direction that deer was going, coming or going, with on which side of the tree it's rubbing.
Meh.
Meh. Okay. What's the first time called on a buck's antler?
A drop time.
No.
Hold on.
And I'll give you two things that you could give as an answer.
A Valentine.
It's close.
G1.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. That's amazing. Yeah. What's another name for it? Did someone tell her?
No, I swear.
All right, good. I don't see. All right. What else can you call it?
A G6. Like a G6.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, why do I know that one?
Like
No, what else? What else would that tine be called?
A spike.
No, the first one off of the main beam. It's a G1 or...
Brow time.
Brow tine. Very good. Yeah.
I should go to Jeopardy.
Okay, how can you help ensure quiet access in and out of your stand or blind?
By raking a path.
Very good.
So that you don't have to step on the leaves and sticks.
Very good. The young or mature bucks start chasing first at the start of rut.
You're like...
I was just leaning over.
Now what?
What starts chasing first in rut or pre-rut? Mature bucks or immature bucks?
Immature.
Correct. The senior, older ones know.
They're smarter than
Let's
that.
wait.
They have a little more self-control.
She's not in. What is a drop time?
A point on an antler that goes down.
Correct. Wait, did someone say something?
No, Meg. I just love her. She's like, I'll take really obscure hunting questions for 2,000,
Are you
Alex.
serious? Whatever. All right, what is a licking branch? And what's the purpose?
A licking branch is a branch that you put minerals. No, that's not right. Hold on, a licking branch. I don't know about this one.
Wrong.
I don't know it.
So, you said earlier about what a scrape is, right?
Yeah.
They paw the ground, clear the earth, urinate.
Yeah.
Okay. What do they also do to define it and make it a scrape?
I don't know.
An overhanging limb
Oh.
that they rub their
I've
antlers
seen
and their
you do
glands
that.
in. I know. I sit there like.
No. I've seen you dangle stuff over top of a scrape, though.
Yes. And then what they'll do is they'll chew on that overhanging limb to bust it up and add some of their salivary gland and sense to it, as well as the preorbital.
I knew that. I just didn't know how vague.
That was wrong. Okay. And what do they use that licking branch and that scrape for? What is the purpose of the scrape and the branch?
To mark their territory.
I'll say that's part of it. What are they doing? What is the purpose of that scrape?
Establish dominance.
That might be part of it, but I won't necessarily say establish dominance.
To attract does.
That is true.
Okay.
Yep. It is a communication post.
Yeah.
Letting other deer know who's in the area. The does will come in, mark it. They can tell if a doe's coming in or not. Good job.
No, Jeff, I'm smart.
What is a muley split?
That is.
I don't know, Jeff. That's what I'm questioning as well.
No, you.
I think she's been stocking up
I
on this.
have not. I am this
Attract
smart.
a mate.
What? What was the, I know, but what was
So
the
what
question?
is a muley split?
That it has to do with their antlers being split.
Really?
That is a. It's like a banana split.
Yes, yes. Vanilla, chocolate.
Muley split. Oh wait, I have a feeling I know this.
I have a feeling you don't.
Hold on. It's when I don't know.
So mule deer normally on their tines are.
I
all
told you
forked.
it had to do with their.
You just repeated the question.
No, I
Yes,
said
you
it's.
did.
No,
you said
I
it's horns that are
yes,
split.
Yes, and I was gonna be more specific.
No, you weren't. You sat there and
And
said, "I
you
don't
were
know."
like, oh really?
No, so normally they have splits. So if you have a main tine that's coming up and it's forked, that's a muley split. Wrong. All right. What's a sticker
A sticker,
on a buck? What's a sticker?
like a briar. A tag.
Scratch and sniff.
A sticker on a buck.
Mm-hmm.
It's only on bucks.
Yes.
I feel like no one knows the answer to this except you and Bob again.
Jeff, what's a sticker? If you're still with us. I don't know if Jeff's still with us. Aaron, are you still with us? What's a sticker? Anyone, what's a sticker?
No one knows this. A sticker.
Mhm.
Hold on, I'm gonna think.
Maybe Ashley? You know what a sticker is?
Hold on, I'm gonna think. Give me a second to think. A sticker on a buck.
Aaron, go. Aaron's raised his hand.
Don't tell me. I'm trying to think.
You just said no one else knows it.
I know, but I'm trying to think of what it might be.
Okay.
A sticker. Okay, it has to do with his antlers. Hold on, I'm making a connection. Hold on. Okay, I do think it has to do with his antlers. It's a...
Aaron. Now you just got this symbol.
It's a...
And he just got dark complected.
It's something with the antlers. That's right?
I'll give you that.
Okay. It's when...
Go ahead, Aaron.
It's when a buck has one point on their antler that is not congruent with the other side, or whatever that word is.
Not symmetrical?
Yes.
Wrong. So a sticker would be is if you have like a tine and you have a point coming off of it, or you have the main deer
Yes,
that's-
and it doesn't match the other side.
No, what you're talking about is like a 7-point that I have 3 on this side and only 4 on this
I
side.
got it right.
let's
It
say.
was basically the right thing.
No. No. All right. We're getting low here, so let's see. Let's see. Is it better to hunt a full moon or a new moon?
A full moon.
My opinion is wrong.
So it doesn't matter what your opinion is. If that's an opinion-based question,
Aaron, you guys,
full
you
moon
can
has
answer.
more light,
New moon, full moon does, yes.
so you can see better.
Well, that's part of what I think is the problem. Now, some people would sit and argue that they like the approaching full moon and the passing of a full moon. Me, what I find is with a full moon, I feel that the movement is actually slower, but you have better midday movement.
Yeah, it's weird how you can like see better and stuff.
That's part of I feel is issues, but some people say the time leading up to a full moon, but I'll say new moon. Aaron, answer what you guys think. Anybody else? Travis, Jeff?
I'll say new moon because during a full moon, the deer can see better at night, so they tend to be more active at night, which means they're going to be sleeping more during the day. So that's the argument for a new moon.
I agree, and I think some people say that that's not necessarily the case, but
for some reason I was thinking you meant if you're hunting at nighttime, you would want to hunt
illegal.
during night.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to say... Oh, when does deer season start and end?
On the first day of deer season.
I'm with you, Aaron. New moon.
And on the last day of deer season.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
Okay, so it starts on the first day of youth hunting day.
That's probably right. Yeah, normally some of the starts of the season start with youth, but not always the case, I don't think. No.
And it ends
not necessarily the case. Can't
with
remember.
the last day of grenade season.
That's right. That's what Dr. McGraw would say, right?
Because you start with youth season,
Yeah.
and then bow, and then gun, and then crossbow, and then grenade season,
Yeah.
and then AR 522.
My answer is deer season never stops. There's always something to do
Of course he would
to
say
be
that.
ready for deer season, whether it's in or it's out. Season is always in.
Yes,
Harvesting
see,
is
Meg
not.
says if that's an opinion question, that answer is irrelevant.
Hey,
and Heather is not wrong.
that there's some of these that I never said right or wrong.
So
I
you
said
didn't
that
mark
some
me
of
down
them-
as wrong for that one? Okay.
Nope. All right. How many bucks can you legally harvest in Ohio?
Hold on, I'm going to answer Aaron's question.
Wait, what did he say?
Can you hunt with a bow during gun season? And the answer is yes, but you cannot hunt with the gun during bow season.
Impressive.
Boom sauce!
Impressive. There you go, Aaron. Very, very impressive. If you were trying to manage your deer herd,
Okay.
Ty, we saw your hunting video.
That's right, I know things.
But he gave like a straight face. Yeah. So yeah, I like the part of you want to make sure when you kill a deer it's a big one because otherwise you want to make your friends jealous because otherwise what's the point? What does she have to wear, though? Oh, okay. So if you are bow hunting in gun season, what do you have to wear?
If you're bow hunting in gun season, what do you have to wear? Camo. Orange. A piece of orange.
Just a single little piece?
No. 2.
Yes, you do have to wear orange, and there's supposed to be a certain number of square inches. I don't know the legal of what it is, but generally it's orange vest. I think covers your square inches. Oh, how many bucks can you legally harvest in Ohio?
2.
2. Wrong.
What?
You're allowed $1.
Oh.
One and done in Ohio.
Is it more than that in West Virginia?
Yeah.
I got it confused.
Yep. If you were to manage, 400. Oh, that's the 400 square inches.
I knew that because, yeah.
What's the right buck to doe ratio if you're trying to manage your deer herd?
1 buck.
1-to-1.
No.
Buck to doe ratio.
I know.
Okay.
1 buck to. I want to say 4, but I don't know if
4
that's
doe?
right. I don't know. I'm not. I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking out loud. Three.
Just 3.
5. Hold on. I feel like the answer, like, I feel like a happy medium would be 3. I feel like 2's probably.
That would be nice. 1 to 3.
I feel like. I feel like 2 would be not enough, but 4 or 5 might be too many. But I don't know. 4 sounds like a good number too. 3 or 4.
Okay, that's a wrong.
What is it?
Well, one is I don't think any of us in our area are ever going to be able to do it, but it would be more of like a 1 buck to 1 doe, or maybe 2 bucks to 1 doe. If you really wanted to be able to have a managed herd, it would be something like that.
I would think that
It's not that we ever have that. What we have is something probably like you said, which is a way off number of 1 buck to 10 doe would be probably what we have.
I'll try this one. Okay, how many deer total in Ohio? So you can have 1 buck in Ohio.
Yep.
And 2 doe.
I actually think you're right. I've
then,
never had to worry about the doe part of it in Ohio. If I harvest does, I do it in West Virginia. But Ty, is it 2 doe in Ohio? I think that is right.
Lori has a question. Can you harvest 2 bucks in a row during any season? No, you have to get a doe in between the bucks.
In between, or at least I think have harvested at least a doe before you take your second buck. Whether you did doe buck or not, but you have to have a doe before you can take your second one in West Virginia.
Compared to West Virginia, total each.
Yeah, so I think you're right that it's 1 buck, 2 doe. I mean, I know the 1 buck, but I think it's 2 doe.
And then in West Virginia, it's what? 2?
And then in West Virginia, you can harvest, I want to say 3 bucks is now what our legal limit is. I think 3. And I don't know, again, the legal limit on the number of doe.
Is there a limit?
Yeah, there is a limit. But I don't know what it is for the number of doe. I'll be honest with you. I don't know that one. Was there someone else that had a question?
I don't know. That's why I asked.
I'd say check your rules and regulations.
Okay, what's the next question?
I think we're about wrapped up. You know, I'm out of questions for the most time, other than what's the best time to do a food plot?
You mean what's the best time of year?
Yeah, spring or fall?
Spring.
Why?
So that it can mature by the time fall gets here.
I'll be honest, I mean, that was something that someone else had asked. I think that's another one of those that can be argued.
Depends on if you want it to get 6 months or a year.
No, what I mean, like, if you want to help provide something that might help with antler growth and development, you might do, a spring food plot such as clover or whatever that has high protein.
Yeah.
But if you want to provide something that helps carry them through the winter, keeps them healthy, maybe attracts them to your property during the primary season period, it would be a fall food plot. So I think it depends. That's why, to me...
So that's, again, another one I got right.
So let me ask you this.
Question.
Okay, and this is one I think that most would agree on. If you were to have one food plot of a certain type, and I don't know that you really know what you would plant in some of these food plots.
Know.
If there was only one food plot type that you could have, what would you plant in that food plot?
I already know.
Okay, what is it?
Hands down, clover.
That's impressive. That's impressive. Yes, you can ask that.
Julie said, "Now we want to see him answer makeup questions."
Well, she doesn't. She sits around watching hunting videos with me. And
now we got excuses.
And I don't sit and watch makeup
Now we
videos.
got excuses.
All right. So I'm going to leave it at that. Unless anyone else, I'm just going to give it a minute or two here. Does anyone else have any questions that they would like to post real quick before we go ahead and call it a night?
Girls, I would like to know if you feel like I have represented us in a positive
Because
light.
I will say, I don't know if you can see this. It is quite unanimous. Two rows.
Two rows of right answers.
Oh, over here. 2 rows here. One, and the second one of correct, and these of wrong. So I have to say, I'm pretty blown away. I'm impressed.
Aww.
Yeah, I'm impressed. That is awesome. Because I'll be honest with you, some of these I think a lot of people would have had difficulty on, but at the same time too, a lot of them are opinionated. Of, is there really a right answer or a wrong answer on them or not?
I mean, don't try to take away my thunder by saying.
Oh, how
many stuffed animals are in your basement now? What? Oh, I thought you meant like a teddy bear.
Are they asking me?
I'm like, what? Yeah, we should take them around and show them some of our.
I have a shoulder-mounted bison. I have a Euro mount of my Canadian moose. That are both right here in the overhead when you walk into our house. Over here in the corner, I've got a shoulder-mounted antelope. And then as you go down into the basement, I've got 3 skull Euros. And then I've got my, that's my Colorado color phase black bear. That's a, what is he? He's a chocolate with a blonde stripe down his back. And then once you're in the basement, I think I've got I've got my half or 3/4 body-mounted Canadian black bear. I have, what do I got? 1, 2, 3. I think I've got 8 shoulder-mounted whitetails down there.
He has many leather-bound books.
And then I think I've got, 5, 6, 7 different Euros also.
Have you ever jumped from a tree stand with a deer directly below you and slit its throat with a knife? My substitute math teacher in high school shared this, and we all laughed our butt off. Maybe it's possible, though.
No, there is. I've seen before a guy and people that do spear hunting, where people have done that coming out of a tree stand, especially with like hogs and stuff. Me, no, never
I
have done that.
can say I'm like very sensitive to like animals. I love animals, and I don't mean like hurting them. I mean, I like to feed them and pet them and love them. And I went
That's
turkey
why I said
hunting.
Aaron Spears. Mm-hmm.
I went turkey hunting with him one time where he.
No, you did a couple times, but yeah, the one time.
I went turkey hunting with him, and I bawled my eyes out. I had to turn my back away, and I sobbed. I was so sad for that poor, beautiful turkey.
Yeah, that was with the bow on my first one with the bow.
Ryan says he loves them. They taste delicious.
Oh, and then I also have a shoulder-mounted bull elk, and I also have a Euro bull elk as well. And I think that, and then I have 4 or 5 turkey fans, but I got tired of doing turkey fans, so I started building turkey beard and spur necklaces. That's just a big long necklace with a bunch of the spurs and the beards that I keep off each bird now. And I think that's most of my animals.
See, I'm smarter than you thought.
Yeah, you did good. But no, I have tackled a turkey before and finished it off.
No, don't.
Let's
not talk about it. I wasn't going to go there. It was very traumatizing for me.
So what else? Anybody else got any other questions?
I have no desire to go with him anymore.
So somebody, that was from Aaron. Yeah. There are people that spear hunt. There are also, which I don't like the idea of it really to me, but I have seen where people will use knife hunting on hogs, but I don't find it a lot of sport of how they do it. But that's just not me. But
I don't really like the whole idea of hunting anyway, at all. I do like the idea of being able to. Like, it is a really financially good way to feed your family. Like, that's the good thing about it. But personally, you probably don't want me to go into what I feel personally. I don't know. I just feel bad for animals. I love them.
Check out my buddy Chip's Frank's Run taxidermy does turkey fan like headdresses on Indian. Super cool. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, see, for me, the turkey fan things, I don't worry about taxidermist. I do my own. So that's one of the reasons why I do it. So I do my own Euros for my elk and coyote, or not elk, sorry, for my deer and coyotes and different things that I've harvested, and then I do my own fans and spurs and legs and feet kind of thing for my turkeys, so I don't have to do a taxidermy bill or fee for it.
Marty says I can't kill anything, and I swear that's me. Like, I will even take spiders outside and set them free, or like a bee or a fly. Like, I'll take them outside. And I know Lindsay says, do you ever hang out of a helicopter and use a machine gun on wild boars?
That's Ted Nugent. Yeah, I haven't met up with Ted to do that yet. So, all right, any last questions here before we go ahead and check out for the evening?
You guys can have one last shot to try to stump me.
That's right.
Can you think of anything?
So, and actually, too, Ty, you know, I'll give a shout out. One of the people that I use for my taxidermy is Bill Mason Taxidermy. To me, Bill's a true artist, and the work he does is phenomenal. That's why I take to him. Well, just like my deer I harvested here last year, my West Virginia deer. Bill was actually booked up, and I said, hey, you know, I'm gonna throw it in the freezer, and I'll wait until you're open back up. Because it's a buck of a lifetime for me, and I want to make sure he was the one that does it. But there's a lot of other ones that do great out there.
I think her knowledge is called immersion therapy. Good job teaching and learning and growing in each other's.
Oh, Aaron.
All
right, other Aaron.
If you find a fawn in the woods, the woods, no, you should not, because if the mother smells your scent on the fawn, she might abandon it. So you never want to touch it or anything like that, because you'll interfere with the bonding.
That just happened, Aaron. That just happened.
Booyah!
What sound does a buck make? Whit used to work with Bill. Oh, maybe at the plant. I don't know which Whit they're talking about. Bill used to work down at, I forget which plant it was. I don't know whether it was Bear. I forget. But he used to work at a chemical plant. Ah, Aaron gave you the applause.
That's right.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, any other questions? Guys, I appreciate everybody joining us this evening.
Yeah, this was fun.
What was this?
I don't know. That was probably his last name, or someone's last name.
Oh, the person maybe that worked with Bill?
Bill.
Whit Zoetis, maybe?
Yeah.
Zotis? Yeah, I appreciate everybody participating in this. This was fun. I got to tell you, I was super impressed.
Really?
Yeah, that is no
Does it
joke.
make you like get choked up and teary-eyed because I'm like so involved in your hobbies and passions?
It turns me on. No, I'm just really proud of myself.
He probably is, for real.
No, I'm impressed. So, all right, guys. Well, hey, thanks for doing this. We're gonna probably check out for this evening, and we'll try to post this up. Hope you guys enjoy it again. I think Heather shared, if you're watching it, or if you're watching it live with us, I think it was post 1.
Yeah,
if
one.
you're watching a replay post 2.
And put a 3 in the comments if you stayed with us the whole time, because those are the real MVPs.
And then also too, one thing is if there is a topic other than maybe testing me against...
Yeah, we should have like quiz night on Saturdays.
Yeah, that's what everybody wants us to do on Saturdays.
I don't know. It was fun.
Night.
I don't know. I can
just... But if there's a topic maybe that you would like for us to... I got to get Angie to do this. Oh, okay.
Yes!
Yeah, no, I'd like to see this, Aaron. I agree. It's honestly, this is something Heather and I had talked about now for a good while.
Yeah.
That we had said, hey, this would be a fun video to do, because a while back we did a video that talked about maybe how we got together.
Yeah, that's been a couple years. I thought we should do that again.
So we had a big thing on it. But, if there's a topic that you guys would like for us to go over or something, we can do that. To share it with us. And, Heather did mention it, and I've been doing it in some of my YouTube videos. When I get my deer back from Bill, I'm going to go over it. But I did share a story on my YouTube video that you can check out on Hop Along, which was a turkey that I'd harvested that I had a lot of history with, that was kind of unusual. But I think she mentioned about going around the house and showing some of the animals that I've been able to harvest over the years, that I do plan on doing some more videos of going over some of those stories and sharing those stories with you all if you are interested in it, because I've been pretty blessed and fortunate to harvest some animals that not necessarily everybody's had a chance to do.
She said she
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm sure she would. That's awesome. And I definitely would love to sit in. I'm sure we would watch.
Yeah, we would.
You know, and throw in some questions and stuff. That'd be great. So, love this. You two are my favorite. Oh,
We
Lindsay,
love
thank you.
you.
We love you guys, you and Ryan and the little ones. So, all right, guys. Well, I tell you what. Hey, again, thank you for joining us. Have an awesome evening. Thanks for sticking it with us. And we'll talk to you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Here.
Mm-hmm.